Alright, this is it. Bloody welcome, everyone. Bloody welcome, mate. I've just been doing some setting up, getting the audio right, getting the video right. And welcome. This is a new form of vlog / podcast, because I'm going to actually upload the video and the audio as like a clip to YouTube, like a vlog, and I'm going to do the audio to the podcast platform, and then that'll go to podcasts. So I'm trying to make most of it pretty user-friendly for audio and video. But when I edit it in the computer after this, when I edit it in the computer, I'll like do it in a way where I'll like, take the audio out and just make sure that it sounds good enough to listen to, basically. Because the podcasts I've done before, I've had a different microphone. I've had over there. I mean, not over there. This isn't my computer room. This is a Elite Studio. Over there is my proper microphone, and the audio quality, because on the camera right now I've got a Rode Studio Mic Pro, I think it is. It's a powered one. It's really good, but I don't know if it has quite the same. How you going? Quite the same like closeness of the other one. Because the other one I'm pretty much just like licking it like an ice cream. This one I'm like a couple meters away. So anyway, so I just came from the gym. That's why I'm still in a singlet and shorts. For those on audio, know that I'm in singlet and shorts. I'm like, well, I want to do this recording, I've been thinking about it for a while to do this, and I don't want to procrastinate anymore. I don't want to just like think about it but not do it. So that's why I'm actually doing it. I'm sitting down and doing it. Like, you can't wait for the conditions to be perfect before you do anything. You can't just, the best time to start is now. So I'm taking my own advice here and just doing it. So here we go. Here we are. Now, I've just come from the gym. I actually streamed this morning's workout on Twitch. I live stream on Twitch. I stream, cooking, playing video games, going to the gym. Anything, really. I'd set the phone up and just start recording if I'm out, or if I'm at the computer, I record from a webcam, which is really awesome. Like, I just love Twitch so much. It's such a good platform to reach people. And I mentioned in my last vid as well that I want to do YouTube now to extend that platform. Because, it's just a bit more... I'm sitting down like specifically to do a video that's going to be uploaded and like recorded and uploaded. It's a bit different to live streaming. So maybe with this I can be a bit more, concentrated, or I don't know. I just ultimately I want to reach more people, because I really do have a heart for people. I think it says on my YouTube bio, like I'm an individual human with a heart for people, and that's what I seriously believe that. I do have a lot of compassion and time and just love, and I really want people to be the best people they can be, regardless of what situation they're in or what conditions they're in. I just have a heart for people, and I thought by doing this YouTube thing, does that sound like I'm old school? Doing the YouTube thing. The kids doing the YouTube thing these days. Anyway, I don't know what I was talking about. But went to the gym. And I stream it on Twitch. I'll put the link to my Twitch channel. It's www.twitch.tv/DanPence. Same as my YouTube channel. Same as my Instagram and everything. But I'll put the links in the description and in the podcast notes and all that good stuff. So, if you want to check it out, you can. It'll be there. And at the end of this episode, I want to do a food review. So I love a few of the podcasts I've heard. Like my friend has a podcast. Shout out to Spurging Out. SPERGING out. Him and his sister have a podcast. It's really funny, quirky. They're really intelligent. Talk some crap. But at the end of their episodes, they do a food review and they give it like a letter value. Like, it's an A+. It's a C-. So I'm like, I really like that. So I want to start doing that on mine, even though I've done that on my 4 other podcasts. But I want to do a food review and give it like a numerical value at the end. Like, this carpet rug snake tastes delicious. It's easily a 7 out of 10. Pretty much like that. For all those times you want to eat the carpet rug snakes. But in the gym today I did a push day. So I do a push-pull leg workout, which is push-pull legs, push-pull legs. So that's 6 days out of the week. So typically I train 6 days out of the 7. Sometimes I'll do 5 if I need another day off, or if I've got a bit of a niggly injury, or if I'm just destroyed, wrecked from work, or just not recovered properly. I listen to my body in that regard because I've had injuries over the years from pushing through it, or just not listening to your body and thinking she'll be right. Because in the time, you want to go heavier, you want to go harder, you want to keep pressing. But yeah, you don't want to sabotage yourself. And sometimes it takes some pretty severe injuries to learn that. And I'm in a situation where I have definitely had a few injuries. I can still train, like I haven't snapped my nebula in half. But I've also I've learned from those little things where now I can listen to my body and rest when I need to. There's, if you have a day off or 2 days off, you're not really going to lose any gains in the long run. Mentally, you might feel like it, but you're not going to. But if you, train with an injury and injure yourself more, you're going to be out for the long haul. You could be out for months upon months. It's kind of like, if you go to the gym for a week, you're not going to make massive gains. Whereas if you skip the gym for a week, you're not going to lose massive gains. Honestly, no one would probably notice. You'd probably feel it, and you might notice a bit of strength stuff, but you get that back so quick anyway. So yeah, I guess my encouragement to that would be just, if you're feeling like you need a day off or a couple of days off to recover, just take the time. I see training as a long-term thing. I want to be training, because I'm 27, right at this current time, I'm 27 years old. I'll be 27 years old and a few hours older by the time you listen to it. But I want to be training for the next 20 years or 30 years, Of course I want to be training in my 50s. So that's, 23 years. And there's no point in just destroying yourself for 5 or 6 years when you're younger, and it's getting riddled with injuries and whatnot, for the sake of, yeah, I'm sure there might be some gain to it, maybe, but a lot of it can be sort of ego training as well, which you want to steer clear of. Because I believe in it's not what you lift, but how you lift it, and you need to be able to control the weight. There's no point in just using your hips and your legs and your back just to train biceps, swinging the bar or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, definitely a long-term goal for me. So if I need a day or two off, I'll take it, man. I'll take it. And it's not a lazy thing. It's just I believe it's a smart thing. So yeah, the reason I brought that up is because I wanted to tell you about my training this morning. So it was a push day. I did barbell bench, so flat bench, and I did a volume day instead of a strength day, because lately I've been thinking, with push-pull legs, you do each workout twice per week. So I want to make one workout more of a lower rep strength workout, and the other workout more of a volume workout. So today I did flat bench. I did 4 sets of 20 reps. I did incline bench, 4 sets of 20 reps. I had to pause a couple of times though, because I was getting pretty burnt out, because my endurance, I haven't done that sort of volume training for a long time, so I've noticed my endurance is quite low. And then I went to dumbbell Arnold presses, supersetted with just the bar, so just 20 kilos or 44 pounds if you're in America, of just military press, 40 pounds of that, 44 pounds, 20 reps, sorry. And then after that, I did tries. I did triceps extensions with single arm extensions as a superset. So a lot of reps, a lot of volume, not too heavier weights, but still got awesome pump. My muscles felt really tight, really, just super activated, and it felt really good. So I think it's important to vary your training and mix your training up. Anyway, the reason I started this video cast, pod vlog, is because I wanted to talk about New Year's resolutions. And I know it's actually getting pretty close to Feb now, so we're pretty much a month strong into the new year. And I just wanted to talk about making New Year's resolutions. And I've got a few cheeky little notes here. So So with resolutions, the definition of resolution is a firm decision to do or not to do something. That's what I Googled. That's what I came up as the official internet definition of resolution: a firm decision to do or not to do something. Now, it's really interesting because a firm decision, right? So I think a resolution in like our society and culture is like, it's pretty much like a joke. Like everyone's like, "Oh, what's your resolution, John? Gonna quit smoking this year, mate?" Oh yeah, I'll give up. You know, going cold turkey from something is extremely tough. It takes work to do things, and I think society seems, sort of sees the resolutions as a bit of a joke. Like people, I think it's like 80% of people don't, reach the goal of their resolution. I'm pretty sure the statistics are that weighed, and that doesn't surprise me at all, like if not even more. Like how many people do you know that have made resolutions but not stuck to them? Quite a lot. Quite a lot. I'm a victim of it too over the years. Like before I've started to think more deeply about it and just provoke a bit of thought about resolutions. Because you almost expected not to do it statistically, and like from your peers and everything, it's kind of like, oh, how long are you going to stick to it? Resolutions, mate, they only last a few weeks. She'll be right. Mate, she won't be right. So, a firm decision to do or not to do something. I think when we think of resolutions, we don't think of it in a firm way. We just think of it like, okay, my resolution is to go to the gym this year. January 1st, it's on. It's on. And I've seen it year and year again that, a few weeks in, maybe the end of Jan, in the Feb, I'd say give it a month or so, you see the numbers climb and then decrease. And at this stage now in the gym, I'm still seeing new numbers, but I've seen people like come at the start of Jan and they're not here anymore. But I'm seeing some new faces now, so people are getting back from holidays and doing whatnot, getting into the gym and whatnot. But it's very common that it spikes Jan, Feb, and then peters back off. With only, I'm not sure how many new members stay, but it's a noticeable difference with the busyness of the gym, the use of the machines. It just really peaks in January and February, if I'm not saying that clear enough. Now, it's a big problem that like people expect it to be a joke. I believe it's a big problem because you're trying to like do something to better your life, whether it's quit smoking, eat healthier, get fitter, go to the gym. You're trying to do these like legitimate, life-changing, life-saving moves. And so like people around you in society sort of like, no one expects you to actually do it, which is just crazy. Like you're trying to do something to better yourself and no one really takes it that seriously. I mean, of course there's a few that do, but the majority don't. And I think that's such an error. That is such an ERROR, an error. Now with expectations of New Year's, like people think, January 1st, it's a new year, new me, new day, all of that, but really nothing changes. Like time, what is time, for instance, to start with? Time is fluid. Like time doesn't stop, January 1st, February 1st, June 18th, it doesn't stop. Like time ticks at 1 second per second. So we're getting older at 1 second per second. Our lives are happening at all the same speeds. Come January 1st, nothing changes. It ticks to midnight, everyone's woohoo, party, but nothing changes. It doesn't. So all that it is, it's a mental little milestone. And mental milestones can be really good and really helpful at, starting a goal, as what people do with New Year's, but it's not when you should start the work. You shouldn't rely on a specific date to think the work will be easier. Because nothing changes. From January 1st to February, nothing at all changes. Just time just keeps ticking and ticking and ticking. It's not like it slows down, during the year and gets a bit faster. Time just keeps ticking at the same speed. So people put so much pressure on the actual day, the 1st of January, to complete or to just like go cold turkey or start their resolution, where it takes so much work to change something. Like in order to, say, quit smoking, for instance, someone's like bloody sucking down 20 or 30 darts a day and then they just like go cold turkey. Like that's pretty crazy. That's like a massive part of their life. They're not to mention addictions as well, and they just stop cold turkey. Like that is like, people get, yes, don't get me wrong, some people do it, can do it and have had success doing it, but the majority don't. So this is something you'd have to work on. So you'd work on cutting down. Like, I'm going to have 1 cigarette less today, 2 cigarettes less tomorrow. And it'd be something you would work on. Now, I don't smoke, so it's easier said than done. But saying that, a lot of change is easier said than done. Like, you can compare yourself to other situations and whatnot, and it's way easier said than done because you're not emotionally or physically involved in that circumstance. But you have your own circumstance that you want to change, and it takes just as much work. Like, you want to start going to the gym. Yes, you can go to the gym in one day. That's what you do. You join up to a gym and you go, which is good. But you shouldn't expect all the change to happen at once. And after 2 or 3 weeks, you're like, oh, nothing has changed. I'm just going to quit. You know, it's getting hard. I'm back at work now. Time is of the essence. Time is short. But time never changes for anyone. It ticks at 1 second per second. And what changes, though, is your priorities or your motivations change. So come the 1st of Jan, you can be really motivated to do this resolution of going to the gym. You're so pumped up. You go for 2 or 3 weeks. You realize, I don't know, you realize that it's not what you expected. You realize that it was good the first week, but now you're losing motivation about the change. You've done it for a week or two. You know, you've done the gym thing. And then you might drop out because, you know, time constraints of going back to work, your priorities shift, and suddenly you don't have time, but you make time for important things. And resolutions should be important things. It's a firm decision, remember. But it's just a bit of a joke. That, like, it's really not seen as a firm decision. You can make a resolution anytime. It doesn't have to be over January 1st and New Year's Eve. You can start today. Like, don't wait until 6 months' time. Don't wait until 11 months' time, so next January 1st, to change, to then, oh, I'm going to start eating salads January 1st, 2019. That's when I'm going to start eating salads. For now, I'm just going to keep going through it. Because, look, January 1st is going to come and nothing is going to change. You're still going to be the same. So you actually have to work on changing in order to change. You really do. And it's not like necessarily a snap of the fingers. You actually have to work on changing. You might have to work on having, okay, well, I'm going to have a piece of lettuce today. And if you haven't had lettuce before in your life or for years, that's a pretty big deal. You know, you're having some salad. Tomorrow I'm going to have 2 pieces of lettuce. The next day I'm going to have 2.5. No, wait. Can you feel this? Wait. 3 pieces of lettuce. Can you believe it? No. But yes, it doesn't happen all at once. Like, you're not going to go from being like super unhealthy or super not eating salad to then eating like smashing a kilo of lettuce a day, just smashing whole lettuces. It's going to be so alien to you, so alien to your body, alien to you, like your rhythms and your habits and everything. It's going to feel like alien, so alien and weird. You need to work on these things. You can't put all the pressure on the one day to change everything like cold turkey. You need to actually put conscious effort in over time to hit those goals. They take effort. They take work over time. There's not really any shortcuts. There really isn't. And you especially shouldn't wait until January 1st to change. Like, you need to change now. If you're thinking about it, you're conscious of it, the longer you drag it out, the worse it's going to be for you. So you need to change right now. Don't wait. Don't wait another week. Don't wait another 10 months. Don't wait 10 years. You know, people go along thinking, I'll change it next year. Yep, I'll change it tomorrow. But nothing changed. Like, you think that, but nothing actually changes. And 10 years go past, and they're still doing the same thing that they wanted to change 10, 15 years ago. It's crazy. It's crazy. I've seen this pattern so much with so many different addictions or different like thought patterns and heaps of different things. Like, I've recognized these patterns in people, and it is nothing changes unless you actually start making changes. Like, okay, think of it as the car analogy. You've got a car, you drive along the highway, let me feel that beep. Anyway, and suddenly the engine light pops on. So, okay, driving along the highway, the engine light's on now. That's weird. Why is the engine light on? I get it serviced regularly. It shouldn't be on. Why is the engine light on? Anyway, You know, driving, nothing's wrong. You know, you don't feel the car shuddering. It's not smoking. You know, you're not blowing flames out of your door holes. It's fine. You know, okay, I'll keep driving it then. Now, you know there's a problem because the engine light's on, and engine lights don't just come on for shits and giggles, mate. They're on for a reason. There is a problem somewhere. Whether it's a small problem now or a large problem you just can't tell yet, there is definitely a problem there. Anyway, like, you know, you can go, you know, a week or two, then, okay, let's go to the mechanic. You take it into the mechanic, they fix something, they change something, what do they need to do? They squirt some oils up in the hood, and mate, you're good. You've solved the problem. But what a lot of people do is, they've got the engine light on, they know something's wrong, but they might think, oh, you know, no, it's okay, it's still going, I'm just going to drive from A to B. Then the next day, oh, nothing's wrong, I'm going to go from A to B. Again, ooh, today we're going from B to C, baby. We're looking good. And you slowly start to fade, the engine light being on starts to fade away. Like, you look at your dash, it becomes normal, it becomes part of the dash, and you realise, oh, yeah, it's the engine light, let's go to A to B, it's working. You shouldn't wait to fix the problem. You don't want the problem to become part of you. You don't want it to become part of your normal life and everyday life. You need to fix it as soon as possible. Like, if the engine light comes on in your car, don't wait until January 1st next year, 2019, to fix your car. You've got 11 months this year left to fix your car. You need to fix it as soon as possible before it becomes a cemented habit and before it gets any worse. Because one day you'll be driving that car, oh, engine light, you know, oh, okay, I'm 300 kilometers away from any town today, I'm driving. Next minute, a gaboosh! Engine, bloody piston rods fly through the bonnet, your muffler falls off the back, your windscreens pop out, it becomes a convertible for some reason because the roof pops off, you're bloody just hanging onto the steering wheel, next minute the steering wheel flies off and you're a helicopter in the air and you're dead. You're dead. That's right, you're dead. You're dead. That's what's going to happen. Like, if you wait too long, there's going to be irreversible damage or irreversible things that you just can't change. Or it's going to become so much part of your life that you're just in this trajectory you can't see anymore, and you know it's going to lead to health problems, disease, body breakdowns, just all sorts of things that you don't want that can be mitigated by changing now rather than later. And it's all about small steps. Okay, it's all about little small steps at a time. Like, start by having one piece of lettuce a day, 1 bite of lettuce. Tomorrow, 2 bites of lettuce. And by like having small steps, you're just making small changes over time, because the small changes over time make up the big change. It's like, it takes time, so it's change plus time. If you see someone, you know, and they appear to have it all together, they've probably been working on their life for a long time, making small changes. Like, it's like writing a book, writing one word, one letter, one word at a time, to then write a book, you know? So if you see someone, you're like, oh, they've got it together, man. Like, you're essentially comparing your like page 1 to their page 50 or 100 or their whole book. Do you know what I mean? So the sooner you change, the sooner you actually start making your own changes and just little bits, writing your own story, one letter, one word at a time, the sooner you'll start to bank up those pages and start to like project yourself into the best future for yourself. Right, a good thing to do, I thought, would be to tell you guys what I've been working on. Just a bit of an example. Now, I didn't make a resolution. I made them in the past, I haven't stuck to them. My current goal is to be better with my time management, so I can fit my priorities into my day rather than just thinking about them but not making time for them. Doing this video is one of them. That's why I want to make this into a YouTube video, make it into a podcast, because that's stuff I want to do, so I'm making time to do it now. And I'm, not watching Netflix all day, you can sit down, you're like, oh, I've got this stuff to do, there's work I need to do, whatever it may be. Work meaning change, meaning work towards your goal, towards what you want to do, or who you want to be. So what I want to do is more of this outreach, stand on the platform of social media and reach people. So I am actively I set the camera up, didn't have a shower after the gym, mate, didn't know when to start. I don't think it was the perfect time, but there's not going to be a perfect time. It's now. So I'm better at my time management by not spending time procrastinating this by watching Netflix or bloody surfing on some bloody more carpet sausages, as we mentioned earlier. Surfing on carpet sausages. Interesting analogy. My change is to be better with my time and spend my time doing more important things for myself long term, rather than the easy short term of watching Brooklyn Nine-Nine on Netflix. So that's what I'm currently working on. And this is a proactive step in the direction where I want to be going. And I feel very good about that. I feel excellent about wanting to do something and being disciplined to start doing it. So you just need to start. Like, that's the difference between someone who's successful or who's not. You just start. Don't wait for the perfect time, because it's not going to happen. The perfect time to start is now. As soon as you're thinking about it, you might not have the best gear, you might not have the best clothes for the gym, you might not be covered in Nike ticks and everything, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You just need to start now. Okay? Because I want to spend more time doing the things I want to do. And yes, they require effort, but it's the stuff I'm passionate about and want to do. Like podcasting, YouTube videos, live streaming on Twitch and Instagram, and doing Instagram stuff as well. It's like these platforms where I can reach a lot of people and just really feel like I can connect with a lot of people, because I have such a heart for people. Like, I want to spend more time engaging in that and doing that, because that's really where my heart is, and I'm so passionate. I really love people, and I love live streaming, because I've realized it's so intimate. You're sitting there in front of a camera, you're live, people are talking to you, you're talking back. There's no editing, there's no pull punches, if you will, because you're not like editing things out or changing things. You get to know someone really quickly with live streaming, because it's direct, it's live, it's not edited, it's not rendered, it's not post-produced. It's live, it's there and then. I really love it, and I'm just having such a good time on Twitch, and I've had so much good feedback from people on Twitch, just from me being myself, right? Just me talking about going to the gym or what I'm having for dinner. It's inspired people to change their lives, and I've had feedback from people saying they've been inspired to change this. They've lost weight. Me being myself and just talking, doing what I do, going about my business, talking about gym and fitness, has actually inspired people to change for themselves. Like, I'm not running a class being like, all right guys, today we're going to be talking motivational life challenge. You are empowered. I don't sit down to do that. It's just, I don't know, I guess it's just part of it, and it's changed people's lives. It's great. It's so humbling to know that you're having an impact on someone's life while being yourself. So yeah, I wanted to leave it there with, make change now if you need to, don't wait. And the second thing, be yourself. Just be you, okay? Don't be anyone else. You don't need to be anyone else. Just be yourself. That's where I'm going to leave this. Be yourself. All right, now it's time for a food review. Here we have... Oh, it's not in focus. I'll upload a photo on Instagram. It is a Aussie Bodies low-carb protein bar. Honey almond flavour. Now, I've had these before. I know, I'm an imposter. I like to try new foods on video so I can have like original reactions. Now, I know these are very good. I know they taste really good. So in this bar, only 4 grams of carbs. We've got 163 calories, which is good for a protein bar. 14.7 protein, so like 15 grams of protein, 4 grams of carbs, and 6 grams of fat. So look, the macros, they're not bad. Like, low carb is sort of what I want. Yeah, it's not a bad bar, and it was cheap. It was on special. Now, I just realized Aussie Bodies is a brand. I don't know if you can get them internationally. So if you are from America or Europe or anywhere watching this, you might have to order them online. Yeah, I'm not sure. I just got them from the supermarket. So we're gonna rip this open, mate. Okay, so if you look at it, it looks like one of those LCM, like a Rice Krispie squares covered in chocolate. I always wanted to know what's up with the protein bar chocolate. Like, it tastes good. Like, what do they put in it? What don't they put in it? Because if it was normal chocolate, it would destroy you. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Bit of crunch audio there. It's good. I know I've had it before. So it's light, but crunchy. Tastes a lot. It feels a lot like an LCM in your mouth. A liquid crystal motor, LCM. Is that what it stands for? But yeah, it's filled with like little rice bubbly, crispy things and bits and pieces. I like it, man. I'm cutting at the moment, so it's good to find little bars and tasty tricks and treats. Little rewards. I'm just going to go ahead and eat it all now. That's really yummy. Made with milk chocolate, honey, roasted almonds, chia seeds and sesame seeds. High fiber. High fiber? It's me, Dan. About 5 grams of fiber in the bar. That's pretty good. That'll help with the old bowel movements. Well, a score rating. 7.8. I'd give it a 7.8 out of 10. Satisfactory is like a 5 or a 4. No. I'd say a 5. I'd say a 5 is like, 5 is just like, you know, normal. Like, oh, it's normal. It's neutral / pleasant. 7.8. My reasoning behind giving this 7.8 out of 10 is 7.5 is like the bridge, you know, halfway between pleasant and perfect. So it's very delicious, very tasty. Give it an extra 0.3 bumps. 7.5, 7.8, the extra 3, yep. Because the flavor is better than a 7.5. I like the crunch. Crunch is really good. Most protein bars are kind of just like chewy, so it's got a nice crunch to it. It's a solid 7.8 out of 10. Would recommend. Would buy again. Only if they're on special. Because I usually get the ones on special anyway to try. Actually, if this was like, I don't know how much, if this was $3, I'd buy it. If it was like $3.50 or $4, nah, I don't think I would. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for listening to this. This is pretty much it. Actually, I'm gonna plug myself in a non-dirty way. So, if you want to catch me on other platforms, I'm gonna have all the links posted, so you can just copy and paste them or click on them. But my Instagram is Dan Pence, DANPENTZ. My podcast, which some of you are listening to, I know some of this is podcast, some of this is YouTube vid. My podcast is called Going Unclear, 2 words, Going space Unclear. My YouTube handle is Dan Pence. But like I said, there's going to be links for all of this anyway. My Twitch handle is twitch.tv/DanPence as well. My Twitter is DanPence_. My Facebook is DanPenceZ_. So it's Pence with 2 Z's and underscore. Like I said, I'll do the links. That way it's easier, but I just wanted to say it so it's juicy in your minds, pretty much. So anyway, much love, guys. Thanks for watching. You know, time is really valuable. Time is a very important resource, and you've spent time watching this, and you've made it to the end of the video, which is awesome. Yeah. Any feedback or anything you got out of this, I'd love to hear it. Yeah. I'll catch you soon, guys. Bye. Thanks for watching. Bye. Bye. Goodbye. 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 Goodbye, my lover. All right, get out of here. See ya.